Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about MOSFETs. In our today's class, we are going to cover the topics are what is MOSFET and what is the structure of the MOSFET and what is the electrical symbols of the MOSFET and what are the transfer characteristics of the MOSFET and what is the VI characteristics of the MOSFET and switching characteristics of the MOSFET. These are the topics we are going to cover in today's class. So let us see what is a MOSFET. So MOSFET is a three-terminal device having the four layers. Here the three terminals are gate, drain and source. Okay na? So what is the definition for MOSFET means? A MOSFET is a three terminal four layer unipolar semiconductor devices. Okay na? So this is the definition of the MOSFET. So let us see. This is the basic structure of the MOSFET. See here, this is the N-channel MOSFET. Similarly, we have another MOSFETs like P-channel MOSFET is also existed. So this is the basic structure, that means sectional view of the power MOSFET. See here, what is the difference between the MOSFET and power MOSFET means? Power MOSFET is designed to handle the high level voltages. Generally normal MOSFET is operated for normal electronic voltage, that means low level voltage, but power MOSFETs are specially designed to operate for high level voltages. So here the basic difference is, in normal MOSFET this is V section is not presented, but in power MOSFET this V section is presented. Okay na? So this is the basic structure of the MOSFET. In basic structure, let us see here, totally four layers are existed. What are those four layers means? This N plus layer, this P layer, N minus layer and N plus layer. Totally there are four layers are existed, and similarly there are totally three terminals are present in the MOSFET. What are those three terminals means? One is source, second one is gate and third one is drain. Okay na? So here, see here, what is the basic structure means? Here N layer and P layer are existed. After that there is a SiO2 is existed on the top of the layer. SiO2 means metal oxide. Okay na? So here we are using the metal oxide on the layer, and at the same time there is some thin material is applied on the metal oxide layer to connect the gate terminal. So this is about the basic structure of the power MOSFET. Okay na? So this is for N-channel power MOSFET. Similarly, there is another MOSFET, that is P-channel MOSFET is also exist. So how this P-channel MOSFET is exist means, here we are replacing this N with P. Okay na? So that is called as a P-channel MOSFET. Next, so see this some introduction to this metal oxide MOSFET. So metal, what is the full form of the MOSFET means metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, simply we call as a MOSFET. So this MOSFET is also one of the device which comes under the transistors. Okay na? So this is specially designed for handle of the high power levels. Compared to the MOSFET, power MOSFET is designed for operating of the high power levels. At the same time it is operated at high voltage level also. So compared to the other power semiconductor devices like IGBTs, it is main advantage is switching speed, and it has a good efficiency at low voltage. So this is the introduction for the MOSFET. Okay na? So MOSFET full form is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, and it is designed for handling of the high power levels. So compared to semiconductor devices, it is has main advantage is switching speed, and it has a good efficiency at low voltages. Next, see here, this is the these are the symbols of the P channel MOSFET. This is the symbol for N channel MOSFET. Here we have to identify one thing is current directions. Okay na? See here, in P channel MOSFET, current flowing outside to the drain, but in N channel MOSFET, it current from the drain, current is flowing towards the MOSFET. Okay na? In P channel it is away from the MOSFET. These are the two basic things we have to identify in symbols. Okay na? By seeing these symbols only we can easily explain what is the P channel MOSFET and what is the N channel MOSFETs. So how to identify these MOSFETs means, if drain current is outside the MOSFET, it is considered as a P channel MOSFET. If drain current is towards the MOSFET, it is considered as a N channel MOSFET. And another thing we have to observe is this arrow mark direction. That means this arrow mark direction is towards the source. It is considered as a P channel MOSFET. If this arrow mark is away from the source, it is considered as a N channel MOSFET. This gate is common for both P channel MOSFET and N channel MOSFET. Why we are using this gate means for forward conduction state of this MOSFET. So next, what are the different types of characteristics we have to study in MOSFETs? What are the different types of characteristics means, first one we have to see is transfer characteristics, and second one is VI characteristics, and third one is switching characteristics. So what is the transfer characteristics means, how is current is varies with change in voltage. Okay na? And this is called as a transfer characteristics. See here, this is the transfer characteristics and this is the VI characteristics are output characteristics of the MOSFET. Once observe here, this is the gate to source voltage. If you increase the gate to source voltage, this drain current is going to be increased. This is called as a transfer characteristics. That means with increasing the gate voltage, the drain current is going to be increased. That is the transfer characteristics. Next, see the VI characteristics are output characteristics. Here we have to discuss three regions. First one is ohmic region, and second one is cutoff region, and third one is saturation region. So what is ohmic region? Here ohmic region means with increasing the VDS, this drain current is going to be increased linearly up to some point. So where this region is going to be increased and after some point it is going to be stops, that is called as a ohmic region. And cutoff region means after applying the certain voltage there is a no flow of drain current, that is called as a cutoff region. And saturation region, saturation means if increasing the drain voltage, this drain current is also be going to be increased. This drain current is going to be increased up to certain point only. After that particular point, if you increasing the drain current, there is a no increasing of if you increasing the gate voltage, there is no increasing of the drain current. Okay na? So here let's see a saturation region once again. If you increasing the gate to source voltages, then drain current is going to be increased up to certain point only. After that it does not increase any current, even though if you increasing the gate voltage, that is called as a saturation regions. So this is about the VI characteristics or output characteristics of the MOSFET. So next let us see what are the switching characteristics. So in switching characteristics we have to discuss in two levels. One is during turn on process and second one is during turn off process. In during turn on process there are two divisions are there. First one is turn on delay time and second one is rise time. Okay na? So here the switching characteristics are mainly depend upon internal capacitance of the device and internal impedance of the gate driving circuit. These two are the important parameters in switching characteristics. How this capacitance is formed in MOSFET means because we are using the metals. Okay now, so in this process it acts there is a formation of capacitance effect. So here the capacitance there is some internal capacitance is formed. Okay now, this internal capacitance is also plays a very important role in switching operations. Okay now, next internal impedance of the gate driving circuit. Gate driving circuit means we are going to apply the gate voltage. So here there also some impedance is present for gate driving circuit. That impedance also plays a very important role in switching operations. So the switching operations is studied in two levels. One is during turn on time and second one is during turn off time. So let us see what is turn on time. So turn on time means the gate voltage is applied to the MOSFET and full rated current is start to sent by the MOSFET. This is called, this time of interval is called as a turn on time. This turn on time involves two stages. One is turn on delay time and second one is rise time. So let us see what is turn on delay time. Turn on delay time is what is turn on delay time. So during turn on delay time, gate source voltage attains to its threshold value VGST. Threshold value means nothing but it is the minimum value required to turn on the MOSFET or gate of the MOSFET. So after the below this threshold value, the MOSFET does not going to be started. So that is the minimum value required to start the MOSFET. Okay na? That is called as a threshold source gate to source voltage. See here, if you once observe here, this is the point where it reaches VGST. That means this point is the minimum threshold value to switch on the MOSFET. So time taken from this initial state, that zero state, to it reaches to threshold gate source, it is called as a delay time. It is denoted by TDN. After that, what is rise time? What is rise time? Rise time means after delay time, during to take time during rise time, gate to source voltage rise to VGSP, a voltage which is sufficient to drive the MOSFET to on state. See here, what is rise time means voltage which reaches to VGST to VGSP. GSP means voltage gate to source voltage. Okay now, so it is the rise time means how can we define is time taken to reach the voltage from threshold voltage to gate to source voltage. That time is called as a rise time. That means time taken to reach VGST to VGSP. It is considered as a rise time. After that, VGST, that means voltage to gate source voltage, it acts like a that means it threshold gate voltage is fully applied, so it drives the MOSFET to on state. This is called as a rise time. So here we have to remember what is the rise time means. It is the combination of both delay time and rise time. It is called as a turn on time. And second one we have to discuss is turn off time. So what is the turn off time? So what is the turn off time means? Turn off process is initiated by removing the gate voltage to source voltage to turn off time. So what is the turn off time means? It is the time taken to remove the gate voltage source and it reaches to 0. Here also a turn off time has two parts. First one is turn off delay time and second one is fall time. So let us see what is turn off delay time. Turn off delay time means turn off of MOSFET, the input capacitance has to be discharged during the turn off delay time. The input capacitance discharges from V to VGSP. That means because of the capacitance effect, when MOSFET is in on condition, the capacitance is charged. So after that, when we are disconnecting the gate voltage, at that situation, what is the charge stored by this capacitance is going to be discharged. Okay na? So it is the considered as a discharging time of the capacitance effect in the MOSFET. Okay na? So that is considered here. Next, see here in the circuit, this is the HL here is the VS1 and it reaches to, see here, this is the VS1 and because of the at T1 condition we are disconnecting the gate voltage. Even though we are disconnecting the gate voltage, because of the capacitance effect it starts discharging. Okay now, so that means even though there is a no gate voltage is applied, because of the capacitance it is discharging the voltages. Okay now, up to VGSP, that means this point. So this time is called as a delay time. Okay na? After that, fall time. So what is a fall time? During fall time, the input capacitance discharges from VGSP to VGST. During fall time, drain current falls to 0. So let's see here. What is fall time means? So because of the capacitance effect, even though the capacitance is even though gate voltage is removed, it sends the drain current. So from time taken to reach the voltage V1 to VGSP, it is considered as a delay time. After that, time taken to reach VGSP to VGST, it is considered as a fall time. Okay na? So this is considered as a fall time. So here we have to consider important thing is what is the turn off time means. It is the combination of delay fall time plus fall time. It is considered as a total turn off time of the SCM. Total turn off time of the MOSFET. So this is about the some basic introduction of the MOSFET. Okay na? So thank you students.